Hello, viewers, and welcome to the second episode of our talk show. But before we proceed, let me give you a recap on what is successfully discussed in the last episode, whereby we discussed on what insecurity is, the causes of insecurity, the effect it has on our education and as well as economical background of the country, and as well as the possible prevention or the way to prevent insecurity in Nigeria. Now taking you to today's episode, which is reaching you from the stables of El Bir Global Foundation in collaboration with Borno Radio Television BRTV. I remain my humble self, Isa Mukhtar Yunus. And with me in this chat room are Ali Muhammad Al-Hilu, Aisha Tijani Al-Miskin, Fatima Babamala, Rahama Haruna Muhammad. You are always welcome into this talk show.
Thank you.
And thank you for staying with us. Now, starting with you, Ali Al-Hilu, what are the possible solutions to insecurity in Nigeria?
Well, insecurity in Nigeria has reached an alarming proportion, showing its ugly head in various parts of the country. So for us to provide a solution, the government should engage and adopt this most important aspect on how to deal with insecurity. One, curtailing. Secondly, managing the consequences of violence. But in the event of failure of the above mentioned, particularly managing the consequences of violence, the government should apply and engage diplomacy. And secondly, the government should educate and promote human development both at individual and collective levels, and this enhance possible exit from the world of poverty.
Of course.
Thirdly, Nigeria should work within African Union and regional bodies to regulate arms trade in Africa. Fourth, on the fourth part, the government should engage and adopt this most important aspect on how to deal with the Boko Haram insurgency, but not dialogue. Because I'm extremely wondering, baffled and emanating of this political conduit, why the government should engage themselves with dialogue with the bandits. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Ali Al-Hilu. I hope your solutions will be taken by the government. Now, viewers haven't had the solution from Ali Al-Hilu. Let's be leaving the federal level now to state level. With you, Aisha and Miskin, what can you say about this Zulum phenomenon in relation with this possible solution to this disaster, which is insecurity?
Well, if you look at the Zulum phenomenon in Borno, indeed he is doing beyond best in addressing insurgency, showing leadership by example, leading the forefront of every development and every project. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Umar Zulum, has urged the people of Borno State to engage in fasting and prayers and has dispatched armed forces to areas of frequent attack, while even hunters and vigilantes are being empowered to fight insecurity. And he also appointed a female hunter to be his special advisor on security. He has shown an example that insecurity has no place in Borno, and sooner, very soon, by the grace of God, we believe Borno as a state will be secured and continue to remain home of peace. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Aisha and Miskin. Inshallah, as you have said, it will inshallah become the home of peace. And by mere looking, Mr. Ali, it's like you have something to add on what she said.
Yes,
so let's hear it out.
Absolutely. Well, going by the 25 years developmental and 10 years strategic transformation that was launched of recent, you know, the Zulum phenomenon has been addressed by Dr. Garba Ibrahim of History Department from one of the renowned institutions, which is University of Maiduguri. He addressed the Zulum phenomenon as a paradigm shift of governance that is being basically characterized with three C's. That is concern, conviction, and connectivity. These are the three C's governing the Zulum phenomenon. The 25 years developmental is basically anchored on 5 critical pillars. 1. Human development. 2. Leadership. 3. Agriculture. 4. Health, health citizenry environment. And finally, job creation. Taking part with the job creation and leadership, as we have mentioned in our last episode, are some of the causes of insecurity.
Yes, as you have said, unemployment
Yes.
is part of the causes of insecurity.
Exactly. That is,
Okay.
as the 25 years developmental and 10 years strategic transformation is considering the two factors mentioned above, that is job creation and leadership. Insecurity will be a thing of past and chronicle in Borno and Nigeria at large. You know, the Zulum phenomenon in addressing insecurity, the most devastating security challenges is similarly ending the Boko Haram phenomenon, which has a devastating effect on the socio-economic lives of our people, and as well as destruction of our properties, which has inevitably displaced uncountable of people, made children to be orphans, turned women to be widows in Maiduguri, which happens to be the epicenter of the counterinsurgency.
So pathetic.
You know, the Zulum phenomenon in addressing insecurity, there are so many methodologies that has been done to see insecurity has come in Borno and regain back our catchphrase known to be as the home of peace. Some of the strategy or the techniques include: 1. The establishment of Borno security and developmental agenda, which happens to be as the first strategy. It was the first strategy being established. And secondly, we later had, as time goes on, we later had a change from the non-state actors known to be as the Boko Haram. So application of kinetic approach arose. That is when we had a change from the non-state actors, so our security agents must also change. So now the application of kinetic approach arose. Finally, which of recent, the lives of innocent farmers have been taken. So the introduction of what is known as the agro rangers. And it's been drawn from Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. It's been drawn.
Okay.
Fortunately for us, Borno, we are the first state domesticate the agro rangers to the state level, but it's supposed to be at the federal level. So due to the insecurity that farmers are being attacking frequently, and their labs, they are not being secure. So that's why the Zulum phenomenon drawn the agro rangers to the state level. So far, this is the achievement that has been done by the Zulum phenomenon. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Mr. Ali. Indeed, this is a very smart move by the Borno State Governor, Babagana Zulum. Now, to your side, Fatima Bamamala. It's like you have something to say, but let me ask you this. What's your call on the respective and necessary stakeholders?
I call on respective stakeholders to live up to their responsibilities. It is the responsibility of citizens and the government to ensure their safeties. Citizens should report any criminal act of criminals to the security agents. I also urge that the government should provide sophisticated weapons to the gallant security agents so as to bring this insecurity to the end.
Issue to the end.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Fatima Babamala. Now to you, Rahama. Let's not leave you behind. What's your own call to the necessary stakeholders?
I call on the respective stakeholders to go extra mile in finding solution to the menace insecurity ravaging the country. I will also recommend to the government to improve standard of living through the creation of entrepreneurship centers across the country. Also, government should intensify more effort in fighting against corruption, terrorism, open borders, and other social threats to the society. Thank you.
And when that is done, inshallah, the issue of insecurity will be bygone.
Inshallah.
Okay, thank you for that, Rahmatu. Now to you, Aisha and Miskin. What's your own contribution?
Well, the respective stakeholders should also play their own part by organizing conferences to create awareness among the individuals, those affected by insurgency, and even the armed forces fighting the insurgency by giving them assurance and boosting their morals. And I recommend that the government and people should work hand in hand in order to curb the problem of insecurity in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, Aisha Miskin. Moving on to you, Alhiru. What's your own call?
Well, the most gloomy and woebegone part of it is that we are good at criticizing, censuring, and reprobating. But have we ever asked ourselves this question? What have we contributed? Or in which way have we shown our talent in curbing and circumscribing the pernicious as well as detrimental insecurity in the country? All stakeholders are considered, not only the leaders go along with this incumbent. So I'm calling upon the government, religious leaders, our Arewa elites, and all stakeholders include
Mm.
that let's have a synergy. You should bring an idea. I should also bring an idea. You should
Yes.
also bring your positive contribution. So
And I
this is
bring
the
mine.
way, yes, this is the way, root of the solution to such kind of societal predicament.
Mm.
That is, as you bring your perspective, because we have, the, as there is a proverb that says, two heads are more than one.
Of course.
When you bring an idea, I also
I
bring
bring,
it.
yes.
That is, we root out solution to any kind of societal predicament. Thank you.
Thank you, Al Hilu. Thank you for that, and also thank you all our guests here. Now, drawing the curtain of the show, bringing it to an end. But before that, I would like us to hear a poem from Aisha El Miskin on the title Insecurity, just as the way Ali Al Hilu did it in the last episode. Aisha El Miskin, to you now.
The thick warm liquid oozed from my chest, transferring warmth from my body onto the earth. The blood trickled, dribbling between rocks, my life slowly ebbing as I remember in reverse. I hit hard on the earth. A bullet hit my chest as I tried to flee the slaughter and save my neck. Everything happening slowly as it replayed in my head. Incidents that led to my final moments. Falling slowly were the fat drops of rain. The night pitch black like the depths of a drain. The sounds of the booming sound of thunder and the sound of ripples opening rapid fire. Until a moment ago, we were just about to have dinner with my younger sister. Mama set the table for dinner, wafting into our noses a delicious aroma. We sat around as Papa said a prayer, giving thanks for the meal and every order. They entered spraying bullets, and it was too late, we didn't hear them coming, cloaked under a dark night so stormy. The scene was so brutal, blood spraying all over the walls and carpet. I jumped out the window, acting on impulse, running blindly in the dark. I stopped my two, pain searing through my brain like a hot coal. I could hear the screams as they slaughtered the village, cutting down young and old indiscriminate. Then a bullet hit me in the chest. I let out a shrill cry, landing on my face. I knew I was about to die. The rain came down in torrents, blinding my sight. I lay down on the ground and became lifeless like the rocks around.
Really, such a beautiful poem, and the message you passed, indeed, it deserves a tear because it's really pathetic and awful. Like to slaughter a man like you, a human being like you, without that mercy in you. It's really, really awful. Thank you for that. Now, we are about to draw the curtains of the program and put it to an end. But before that, there is a question skipped, which is to be heard from Rahama. On the side of security agent Rahama, do you have anything to say with regards to their approach to this tournament?
Of course. With utmost respect to our gallant security agents, indeed we are proud of you. Because of your sacrifice to some extent today we can sleep with our two eyes closed. Security agents should be patriotic. They should regard their job as serving humanity and approach their job with loyalty, integrity, commitment and hard work. Also, they should know that when they are serving their nation, they are serving themselves and their families. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Rahama. Rahim.
Uh, Before the conclusion of the program, there is a point that need to be considered.
Okay.
When it comes to the matters of insecurity, we have our Arewa elites like Dr. Abdul Hakim Baba and the well-known of our former governor, which is known as the
Kashim
Kashim
Shettima.
Shettima, Senator Kashim Shettima.
Yes.
They have spoken scrupulously on the matter of insecurity. Like a motion was being passed of sacking the chief of service. So I want the Nigerian government, I want the government to consider this matter as a paramount important, that the chiefs of service should be sacked for us to have another, or for us to have a unique result than before. That is, as being caught a set of Albert Einstein, he said that insanity is doing things over and over and expecting different results. That was a quote by Albert Einstein, said by the senator representing Borno Central. Thank you.
Thank you for that idea, Hiro. Indeed, if what you have said is concerned, by all means, insecurity will be restored in northern Nigeria, especially here in Boro, because the troops we have there, they are all capable. They are not incapable, they are all capable of doing it. The problem is from the top,
Yes.
as you know. I would like government to put what you have said into concern. Thank you for that. Now, viewers, we have come to the end of the program. I hope you have really gained a lot. I remain my humble self, Isa Mukhtar Yunus, and thank you once again, our guests.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.